Hello everyone, and welcome to today's comparison video. Listen, we've all been there. Staring into the abyss of our refrigerators, a wasteland of mismatched containers and plastic wrap. It's enough to make you lose your appetite, but fear not, my friends, because today, we're talking about restoring order to the chaos, about bringing peace to the republic of leftovers. If you're looking for the best storage containers to keep your food fresh, you're in the right place. We're diving deep into the world of glass storage containers, specifically comparing the reigning champion, borosilicate glass, with two worthy contenders, tempered glass and of course the ubiquitous plastic storage container. We'll break down the pros and cons of each, because knowledge is power, people. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with the information you need to make an informed decision and choose the container that's right for you. So grab your lab coats and let's get cooking, storing. First up, let's talk about the top dog, the head honcho of the glass storage container world, borosilicate glass. Now this isn't your grandma's Pyrex, folks, although it's cut from the same cloth, so to speak. Borosilicate glass is engineered to withstand thermal shock, meaning it can go from freezer to oven and back again without batting an eyelash. This superpower comes from the addition of boron oxide during the manufacturing process. Don't worry, I won't bore you with the chemistry lesson, but just know that this little addition makes all the difference. It's what allows borosilicate glass to laugh in the face of extreme temperature changes that would send your average glass container straight to the recycling bin. And let's talk durability for a second. This stuff is tough. It's not invincible, mind you, it's still glass, but it can take a licking and keep on ticking. You can drop it, you can stack it, you can even use it to fend off hungry raccoons. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. But wait, there's more. Borosilicate glass is also non-toxic. That means no funky chemicals leaching into your food no matter how hot you heat it. Plus, it's stain and odor resistant, so go ahead, store that leftover curry, those pungent onions, those aromatic garlic cloves. Your borosilicate containers won't hold a grudge. Now before you run out and buy all the borosilicate you can find, let's talk about the downsides. First off, it's heavier than plastic. Not a deal breaker for most, but something to consider if you're prone to dropping things. And then there's the price. Borosilicate glass is an investment, folks. It's not going to break the bank, but it's definitely going to cost you a few more pennies than its plastic counterparts. But, hey, you get what you pay for, right? Next up we have the scrappy underdog, the contender looking to steal the crown-tempered glass. Now tempered glass has been around the block a few times. It's what your car windows are made of, so you know it can take a punch. But how does it stack up in the kitchen? Well, tempered glass is made by heating regular glass to a high temperature, and then rapidly cooling it. This process creates internal stresses that make the glass much stronger and more resistant to breakage. It's also pretty good at handling heat, although not quite as impressive as borosilicate. You can safely use tempered glass containers in the microwave and oven, but I wouldn't recommend transferring them directly from the freezer to a hot oven. That might be a bit too much of a shock, even for this tough cookie. One of the biggest advantages of tempered glass is its affordability. It's significantly cheaper than borosilicate glass, making it a great option for budget-conscious consumers. Plus, it's still non-toxic and generally pretty resistant to stains and odors. However, tempered glass does have its limitations. While it's stronger than regular glass, it can still break if dropped from a height or subjected to a sharp impact. And while it's heat-resistant, it's not as resilient to extreme temperature changes as borosilicate glass. Another thing to consider is that tempered glass containers often come in fewer sizes and shapes compared to borosilicate or plastic options. So if you're looking for a specific size or shape, you might have a harder time finding it in tempered glass. Chapter 3. Plastic storage containers, the lightweight contender. And finally, we have the old standby, the workhorse of the kitchen, the plastic storage container. Let's be honest, folks. We've all got a cabinet full of these guys. They're cheap, they're lightweight, and they come in more shapes and sizes than you can shake a spatula at. But are they the best choice for storing your food? Well, that's where things get a little murky. You see, plastic is a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, it's convenient, it's lightweight, it's shatterproof, mostly, and it's incredibly affordable. On the other hand, plastic has a bit of a reputation problem. There are concerns about chemicals leaching into food, especially when heated. Now, many plastic containers are labeled as BPA-free, which is a good thing, but there's still some debate about the safety of other chemicals used in plastic production. Another downside of plastic is that it tends to absorb stains and odors over time. That's why your old plastic containers might have a permanent orange tinge from that spaghetti sauce you stored in them 6 months ago. And then, there's the environmental impact. Plastic is not biodegradable, which means it can take hundreds if not thousands of years to decompose in a landfill. Not exactly what you want to hear if you're trying to live a more sustainable lifestyle. So where does that leave us? Well, plastic storage containers definitely have their place in the kitchen. They're great for short-term storage, packing lunches, and transporting food. But for long-term storage, especially for hot foods or liquids, you might want to consider a more durable and potentially safer option like glass. So, there you have it, folks. The battle of the storage containers. Which one will reign supreme in your kitchen? Well, as with most things in life, the answer is, it depends. If you're looking for the ultimate in heat resistance, durability, and versatility, and you don't mind spending a little extra, then borosilicate glass is the way to go. It's the gold standard for a reason. If you're on a tighter budget but still want a durable and reliable option, tempered glass is a great choice. Just be mindful of those extreme temperature changes. And if convenience and affordability are your top priorities, then plastic containers might be the way to go. Just be sure to choose BPA-free options and avoid heating them up too much. Ultimately, the best storage container is the one that fits your needs and lifestyle. So take a good look at your kitchen habits, consider your budget, and choose wisely. Happy storing!